Hello everybody and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. I am SlayerSRyung and I will be casting this goodness on the Shattered Temple. We have today LiquidSheth in the left side as the red Zerg against Zerg in the right as the blue Terran. What an ironic name, that is so creative. No, this is actually, let's speed that up a little bit. This is actually SlayerSRyung. I don't know how to pronounce that, but part of the Slayers team. Of course, Slayer is featuring so many good players. Slayer's Alicia, I think he's still on the team. Boxer and Ryung and others that I don't really know because I'm terrible with teams and I'm terrible with map names. I just always forget who's on the teams. But LiquidSheth, of course, part of one of the best North American teams. Not only North America, I believe they have a few foreign players. I know HeyPro wasn't originally from the States. Not sure about a couple others, but Liquid HeyPro, LiquidSheth, Liquid Huck used to be on Liquid, now he's on EG. Liquid Jinro, lots of good players on Liquid as well, but hopefully this is going to be a fantastic Zerg versus Terran, because if it's not, there's no point in casting it, man. I only cast the fantastic, unless I'm really tired, then I'll just cast like a 5-minute 6-pool game or something like that, but hopefully I won't do that this time around. This Overlord trying to make use of himself. Now Sheth is sending his first Overlord to the close air position. That's pretty normal. A second Overlord, depending on if you fast expand or not, you want to kind of place it around here so you can see if there's going to be any kind of bunker in and stuff like that. So he is placing it around here, it looks like. I'm not sure where that end position is going to be for that Overlord, but it looks like Ryung is not going to go for a 2-Rex. Well, actually, you know what? He doesn't have any gas starting, so he might actually send an SCV down there for a second barracks. We'll have to find out here in a second. Here he comes. Is it? No, looks like he changed his mind. He looked like he might start a 2-Rex, but now he's pulling back. It might just be a 1-Rex expand. When a Terran has no gas and only a single barracks as a Zerg, you can either assume that he's hiding another barracks or he's going to go for a quick expansion, a 1-barracks expansion. And I think he's still going to do that 1-barracks expansion, although he is getting that orbital command. It's pretty standard to get that orbital command before you get your command center. And Ryung wants to take out this drone, though, before he starts that command center. He does not want the Zerg to have that scouting information. Oh, and the Zerg might have seen that SCV. Sheth might have seen the SCV preparing that command center. If he did, that's going to be huge. Now, he should assume that he's going to be expanding anyway, but this is a nice scouting information from Sheth, and he even manages to take a gas. Of course, that doesn't really matter because Terran still has an empty geyser right here. He's not going a gas-heavy build, so Sheth just wants to be annoying. He wants to be a thorn in his side, just kind of take his gas, be like, haha, you have to keep your marine down here to kill the gas. You won't have anything in the front, but it doesn't really matter too much that Sheth took the gas. It was probably a waste if nothing else. Yeah, Sheth is still creating that. I don't know if you noticed that the Terran didn't have another gas already, but perhaps there's a popular Terran build to double gas out of that fast expansion. I don't know. Sheth might know better than me. Actually, I know he knows better than me, but in this kind of situation, I don't think this is worth it. He's wasting a lot of money. He's wasting a lot of APM, although APM doesn't matter right now. I don't know. I mean, you only waste like 7 minerals per cancel, but still, I don't like it. Now, this is a great position for this command center. A lot of Terran players would like put it right here or something like that. Oh, and he's actually getting a 3rd command center, so a super fast double expand build from Ryung. Super cool. I love this kind of play from Terran players. You see too much cheesy like 2-base timing pushes and stuff like that. Love seeing like this kind of macro play. It reminds me of Jinro in the early stages of GSL, but it looks like the second refinery is now going down. And he's going to have 2 command centers floating out. But as I was saying earlier, if a Zerg or drone, or Zergling or drone pushes up this ramp, you can see this command center. So build your first command center right here, just like that. That's perfect. So very cool right there. Looks like he's going to be landing that, and Sheth's Zergling will see that. So if we check out the harvester count, it's 23 to 22. But Ryung is on 2 bases with double mules, and he's got a 3rd one prepared. So Sheth needs to make something happen. It's almost like a Zerg versus Protoss, where if the Protoss fast expands, you either have to take a super fast 3rd as a Zerg, or you've got to do a tech attack or a 2-base timing attack with tier 1 units. And I don't know if Sheth is going to do that. Looks like he is getting 8 roaches. Maybe he does suspect something fishy from this Terran player. He only sees 1 expansion so far. He doesn't know about that 2nd expansion, but I think these 8 roaches and rallying lings will do a lot of damage. Hopefully, he can take out this expansion, if not win the game. Now, here they come. I believe he does have speed. No, he's just now starting speed, so The reason that speed was late is because he wanted 4 more roaches. The gas equivalent to 4 roaches is how much you'd invest in speed. Now, ooh, Blue Flame Hellion's coming, but he cancels the Hellion. He's got to get a tank. Here comes a tank, cancels the Blue Flame, and now he's going to want to get all his SCVs around here to repair this bunker. That's 8 roaches, but that's a lot of repairing SCVs. He's got 4 of them. Looks like Sheth will be focusing down those SCVs, so great control right there. Now that the SCVs are retreating, he's going to be trying to focus down the bunker. I feel like he could split the roaches, have 3 attack one SCV, 3 attack another SCV. They would have gone a little bit faster, but no, looks like he will kill all the SCVs and take down the bunker. So Sheth doing exactly what he needed to do. If your Terran opponent is going to be 3 basing this soon, just go attack him, man. Take down the command center, take down what SCVs you can. And now Sheth smartly not pushing his luck. He's not even going to try to go up the ramp. And if we look at the production, he has made nothing but drones after killing this. He's at 36 to 26. So all of a sudden, a game that was looking like the Terran might pull ahead if Sheth didn't do anything is in Sheth's favor. The command center did not get destroyed, but a lot of SCVs went down, and Sheth's in great position to just macro up and take a 3rd base and just take this game. So looks like these Zerglings just now finished speed too, just in time. And speak of the devil, here comes that 3rd base from Sheth. S's are so hard to say, man. What's wrong with the S's? She sells semen shells by the seashore. There we go. Wait, no, I said semen shell. Ooh, that'd be disgusting. Can you imagine like eating a semen shell? Like it's an oyster, only instead of an oyster inside, or whatever it's called inside. It's just okay. I'll stop there. Anyway, so nice mid-game play by Sheth. Early to mid-game play. I feel like he could be droning up a little bit more. Looks like he is getting a roach, an auxiliary hatchery, and his injects looking very spot on. Only 25 excess energy. Looks like he's got about 30 or 40 excess energy on that queen, but overall not too shabby considering all the extractor tricks he's been doing and all the pushes he's been doing, the micro he's had to maintain. So very nice. And SlayerSRyung looks like he is slightly behind, but not out of it. He still has his 3 command centers. Looks like he is happily mining off of this corner base, sending all his mules to that corner base because it's got the most minerals on those patches. And look at this, man. He's got like nothing at his expansion. I feel like Sheth could have kept up some pressure and done pretty well. These lings are going to get toasted. Those rocks were busted down by the roaches and lings combined. Nice foresight for Sheth to bust down those rocks. He knows he's going to want to assault this base at one point or another. And now Zerg doing the same thing. Zerg, that is Terran, doing the same thing to his own rocks. Of course, once you've been scouted here, you're going to want to bust those down so you can get in there and protect it, and that's exactly what he's doing. Sheth has reached lair. He's getting his roach speed. He's got his spire, so it looks like he's going to be going mainly mutas. I expect to see a baneling nest if he doesn't have one already. Roach muta, not the best composition, just because you can't really kill things with it. It's decent against mech, which it looks like SlayerSRyung is leaning that way, but it doesn't really kill stuff too fast. You just gotta, if you're gonna go muta roach, you just gotta basically out macro your opponent. And all these Hellions getting caught off guard. Nice around there with the Zerglings from Sheth. Nice reinforcing lings or roaches. And it looks like we might see a transition into infantry. Perhaps he sees the roach heavy play and he feels like this mech just isn't gonna cut it. So transition into marine tank. And where is the baneling nest, Sheth? You're gonna need a baneling nest sometime soon here. Do you have one yet? No, you don't. There's the evolution chamber. Could have sworn that would be a baneling nest. This could be bad. If he doesn't get a baneling nest and there is a tank marine timing attack, there it is. There's the baneling nest. It could have been bad depending on the micro of the Terran, but this is a Slayer's player, so of course the micro would be good. Oh, here comes a run by. Not really a run by, actually, just a run in. Taking out a couple SCVs, forcing the liftoff of the command center, and whittling down the marine tank forces. This is going to prolong the push from the Zerg, or delay the push from the SlayerSRyung. Very nice play, and kill a couple SCVs, delay his mining, and this will, why is my screen like bouncing all over the place? And it's going to allow him to get some mutas out and some banelings out. Hopefully he'll even get baneling speed by the time Ryung does make his tank marine push. But yeah, you can see he's really switching up his composition. Now getting a starport. I think the starport just completed. And medevacs coming out, and we are transitioning into a pretty normal Zerg versus Terran game. It's going to be mutaling, perhaps with a couple roaches mixed in, against marine tank. And you know, if you were just to come into this game right now and see these kinds of compositions, you wouldn't have really expected that the mid game was so volatile with the Roach's Lings, the run-bys here, and just everything that's happened so far. Only 5 Marines against 7 Mutas. Those Marines are going to go down. These 3 tanks are going to go down too if the Marines don't hurry. Here they come. Is Sheth going to try to fight those Marines? No, he's not. He's going to finish off that 1 tank and get the heck out of there. His +1 almost finished on his Mutas. Very nice upgrade maintenance by Sheth. Looks like he's going to be going melee for the ground, and of course air attack for the Mutas, because you do not want to be fighting front head-on with Mutas. You just want to pick things off as you go, so you always want to get that +1 attack before anything else, and probably just a +2 attack as well. Looks like the Zerglings are going to be +2 attack, the +1 armor on the way. Oh, he doesn't see the tanks, but he does see that SCV. He picks that thing off, and I don't know where that guy was going, man. He had like visions of just being a champion, running out there and destroying the entire Zerg, but then he realized he only has a fusion cutter and he can't attack air. Ooh, fusion cutter. Good name drop side. Look at the name drop on those items, the weapons. A lot of Zergling here. Harvester looking at 70 to 62, but you got to remember the Terran does have his mules, and if we check out the resources, he's actually going to be ahead. Yeah, a little bit ahead on minerals just because of those mules. Here comes some Lings and some Mutas. No banelings to be found, and this bunker is going to prove extremely useful, especially with the support of this 1 tank. Is the bunker going to go down? It is being prepared by 1 SCV. Yes, it does go down, but nice reaction by RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU time and bring all those Marines over, but these mutas are going to look to get around back, try to snipe some tanks. Oh, that medevac is fully loaded. I think that was an accident. Almost sniping it. Lings running into the main while these Marines are chasing the mutas. And by main, I mean third. And going to kill a couple of SCVs. Still 62 to 81. Shed needs to be careful not to over drone. And it looks like he has worked down on those rocks. So 2-0 on his Lings. Needs to start a second upgrade for his mutas, and he's getting his infestors as well. Now, he's done a great job of keeping the Marine count down, and so he doesn't really need infestors too badly right now, but eventually Terran players will reach a critical mass of Marines where Banelings don't really cut it. A critical mass of Marine tank where Banelings don't really cut it, so I feel like this infestor timing by Sheth is extremely good. It's not too, it's not too soon where it's going to cut into your mute account, but it's perfectly timed to where when RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuuu An awesome move right here by Sheth, seeing that the Terran players move out into the middle of the map, killing 2 medevacs right there, counterattacking, killing a couple SCVs, but with this bunker surrounded by depots, it's going to be so hard for this Lynx to do any damage. Ooh, but nice hold position by Sheth, actually sniping a lot more. Ooh, needs to be careful with these mutas. Sniping a lot more SCVs than I thought. Harvester's now 59 to 84. Not a huge blow to RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU But as I was saying, if nothing else, it delayed any kind of push from RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU be a great foothold to prepare for some kinds of pushes, prevent a lot of run-bys right here with just a couple tanks out here protected by the planetary fortress. So I'd expect that we would have seen that pretty soon. I'm not sure why he decided not to take that. And see, here we go, another run-by into the third. And if there's a planetary here and he set up position out here, he'd be in great shape. Here comes some Banelings. They do have speed right now, forcing the Terran units to run back. Sheth trying to come in behind. Oh no, Sheth, no! Losing so many mutas. He went too soon. He's too good. He went too soon. He tried to get the tanks that would lag behind the Marines, but he went, like I said, he went too soon, and the Marines were still with the tanks. Now he's gonna try to run on the Banelings. Oh, the Banelings are gonna go on the SCVs. No, no, move your lings, Sheth. Get your lings out of there so you can Banelings can crash into him. No, but it looks like at the same time, RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU This is not looking good. Sheth was able to take down this base, but actually those mutas aren't really doing anything, so those are going to get cleaned up. And Ryung with some great defense, nice marine or management of both of his armies at once, his SCVs and his oh my god, that's a lot of mules, and his main force. And Sheth is in trouble. He's got 3 infestors on the way, but if we check out the units, he's only got 38 lings, 3 mutas, and 3 roaches right now. And this is a great spread by Ryung, keeping control of the position right here while destroying that 4th base or 5th base of Sheth. So Man, Sheth's harvester count still doing fine, but his units are lacking. He really needs to get something done here. These 3 tanks actually quite vulnerable. If he still had the mutas that he lost over here, he could just go snipe those. Snipe, the word of the day. Super snipe. I love saying words that start with S, even though I couldn't even say them earlier. Semen, sack, statutory, sex. Yeah, that's all I got. So all of a sudden, Sheth playing a creative, brilliant game. So many counterattacks, so many run-bys, stuff like that. But all of a sudden, the Terran's just down his throat, and Sheth wasn't prepared for it. I feel like he should have just fell back with those Marines or those mutas. And wow, that's a lot of stuff though, man. He is still 154, and he's gonna go for another counterattack. I don't know about this, Sheth. You've tried this so many times. You're just not getting cost efficiency out of your units. He's lost over 5,000 more resources, and that's what Zerg does. But still, I don't think at this point in the game this is right. He's got so many units just barreling down his throat up here at the main, or up in the top left of the map. So, well, you know what? Actually, this is looking to be pretty damn successful. He's got a lot of Marines and tanks up here, though. He's not really going to be able to do a whole lot to the natural, and he might pick off this command center. Meanwhile, RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU completely. But, you know, likewise, actually, you know, he's done a great job of distributing his patches well. So, this is anyone's game still. I have no idea who's going to win this. Harvester still 63 to 41. Sheth doing a good job of keeping his harvester count up. Oh, and this Thor had aspirations of heroism as well, but it's not going to happen. Here come the infested Terrans and the mutas from behind. Here comes some banelings as well. Everything in the front is going down. Is the split going to be enough? Oh my god, that is so good. And that is why this guy is in Slayers. That was sick. Perfect control, man. Splitting the banelings. Banelings run in here to split two. Force up here, force down here. And just wipe everything out. Sheth cannot be happy right now. It's not looking too good for him. And I don't know if RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU these rocks are going to be busted. So I feel like RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU It still could stage some kind of a comeback, but I feel like Sheth's decision making wasn't the best towards the end, and that's what happens in high-level StarCraft. You make one wrong decision, and the game goes to hell. I mean, the cost efficiency of his units was terrible. Remember a minute ago it was 5,000, now it's over 8,000 difference in resources lost, units lost worth of resources. And maybe one or two too many attacks on this base right here. I think at some point as Zerg, you just gotta fall back and just kill the bulk of the army. But no, he let RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU a bad location where he had to run all the way around the cracks and all the way down the ramp, as opposed to just going straight in, and that's really what hurt him. So I don't know if Sheth can do anything to come back at this point. Check out the food supply. He's down by 40. He still has the gold, and it looks like he is trying to mine again on the third base, or the northwestern base. And you know, one thing Sheth does so well is when he's being attacked, he gets his drones out of there. You'd be surprised how much of a difference that makes. If you're going to lose a base, which you will many times as a Zerg, especially if you're going to be counterattacking, get the drones out. Just get the drones out, stick them on a geyser, stick them on somewhere where they won't be annoying, and where you can use them earlier. Oh, banelings! Blow them up! Yes! Yes! Could have been a little bit better, but that was still pretty cool. And RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU doesn't want any run-bys to occur. And he's slowly just, you know, squeezing Sheth's balls until they burst. And, you know, Sheth's got some giant man balls, so I don't know how successful he'll be able to do it. And RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU his comrades in the middle of the map. Or perhaps he's just going to do a two-sided attack. But two-sided attacks as Terran, those aren't as good as Zerg. The units aren't fast enough to synchronize that well, and I don't know. Maybe he just forgot about them. We'll see. Looks like he's going to be clearing some creep. Oh, be careful, Sheth. You got to know there's more. Yeah, you got to know when a Terran does that he's got some stuff back here that you do not want to run into. Looks like he's got a couple infestors, but you know that the spread of these Marines and the balance, or the spread of the tanks and the balance of Marine to tank ratio it's been so good this game. Sheth never did reach that T3, and even though he did, he does have that hive. He never actually got any T3 units. He doesn't have adrenal glands. Hasn't been using it for upgrades. He's still 2-2 on his Zergling, so it's just not looking too good for Sheth right now. He is trying to even out the food supply, but you got to remember, 200 Zerg supply, not even close to being 200 of the Terran supply as far as army strength. Unless you're T3, then I guess you could argue that, but we're just playing it so darn safe right now. Doesn't want to get any banding bombs on him, doesn't want to engage into anything unfavorable. These infestors, man, these infestors need to be coming down here and fungling that. I don't know if Sheth can see that. He can see the Marines, but he can't really see if there's any tanks supporting him nearby, which there actually isn't. He could get some nice fungals, and there's actually Hunter Seeker. This is pre-patch, though, and by pre-patch, I mean the patch has not come out yet, so the Hunter Seeker's still going to be slow. Is he going to bomb these banelings? What the heck is he going to do with these Hunter Seeker going down? Oh, on every single infestor. That's so cool. Oh my god, that is so cool. He just bombed 3 infestors. And one shot, oh, there's the 4th one, and they're so slow, they can't get away. I have not seen them use that way, but you gotta be careful about that. I mean, one infestor, if Sheth was paying attention, could just neuroparasite and use those. Oh, no. No. Oh, he's losing everything there. Looks like he will clean up these tanks up here, but he just lost control of every Muta. That's like the Idra plague or something like that. And GG's from LiquidSheth. Those Hunter Seekers are awesome, man, but one fungal or just a couple neuroparasites can negate that, so I wouldn't recommend that as a Terran. I think it was just kind of a cute little play by RYUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU he played a little bit too aggressive. I think at the end there, when he got pushed up here, he's just fallen back and destroyed the army. But hope you guys enjoyed that. I can't find my GG button, so today you get a bottle of ibuprofen. Yeah, there you go. Be happy.